I'm Sakib, Group M, Cloud 9.
I'm Youssef, Programmer 1.
Programmer 2.
Hello, I'm Jadri from Group M. I'm the designer 1.
And I'm Omar, I'm designer 2.
Objective for the AEV design was to transport R2-D2s from our off-world to the Rebel Alliance base.
And we seek to achieve this through our coding to have the most operationally consistent and efficient AEV.
What we focused on is building an advanced energy vehicle, an AEV, that uses as little energy as possible. It's very energy efficient, and
we are going to make an AEV that is operational efficiency that can complete the.
The idea behind the first AEV was to orient it around its center of gravity by having an angled base. Doing this, after the AEV met its push threshold, it would coast along certain parts of the track. The flaw with this design was having an angled base, which would mean having angled propellers and an angled magnet. The angled propellers would technically defeat the purpose of the AEV, because it would end up using more energy to get the AEV to move along in the first place. The second AEV design was centered on using as few parts as possible and being lightweight so that it would have a good center of gravity. This was a good idea until it latches onto the caboose and changes the center of gravity and the dynamics of the AEV as a whole.
My design was very balanced because I had a very good placement of parts. However, my design was expensive because I used an unnecessary amount of parts, making my AEV heavy, and this made the efficiency of my AEV go down.
Judge's design has a good center of gravity because the place of two heavy parts, the Arduino and the battery, were placed on each side of the baseboard to counteract the torque generated by them. Since this design has a good center of gravity, its energy efficiency is given mass. However, Judge's design doesn't appropriately assign the space. A lot of spare space is wasted.
The initial AEV that we used was very efficient during the first two sections of the track, but later on the team discovered that this efficiency could be improved upon, along with its consistency. The AEV was also consistent during the first two parts of the track as well. However, the team discovered a flaw in this design that would later make the consistency of the AEV during the second two parts of the track go down. There were many obstacles that the team faced throughout this process. Firstly, the AEV's consistency was an issue for all designs. The first source of this inconsistency was found to be because of our reflectance sensors. They were moving too much, causing it to have different readings each time, so the team used zip ties to hold them down. The second source of inconsistency was due to the track itself. A few of the rails were protruding up from the track, which disturbed the motion of the AEV. There was nothing the team could do about this, and this was noted as a possible source of error. The last reason for the inconsistency was the back wheel of the AEV. Once the caboose connected to the AEV, its center of gravity changed. The back wheel would then be off the track at times because the AEV would be leaning forward. So the team moved a few parts on the AEV to make it more balanced. Therefore, the AEV was then found to be efficient and consistent and successfully completed the goals mentioned in the MCR and successfully completed the track.
Although it took 2 tries, we managed to complete the final test successfully. In the first try, the AEV stopped at the gate and was unable to open it. However, in the second try, the AEV was able to complete the track completely and bring the R2-D2 unit back to the original position. And the reason the AEV was unable to open the gate the first time around was due to minor inconsistencies in the track and the way the AEV was placed at the start. However, the second time there were no problems whatsoever. The process could be improved, but overall it was pretty good as it ran the second time with no changes or modifications to the track or AEV.
Lessons learned in the AEV project was basically how to work through the industry, which was going through the design process, manufacturing process, having to work together as a team, and testing. In the design process, you have your assignments, so you basically brainstorm through everything, and eventually, when you have to make it realistic and meet the objectives, the ideas and design starts getting watered down. You have to go to simpler designs, and through the manufacturing process, you actually see that you don't have to use as many parts as you think you do, because it does make it operationally consistent and energy efficient by having the least amount of mass. And in in teamwork, obviously, is just important. You need everybody to get the assignments. Everybody that needs to figure out what they need to get done before deadlines and due dates, so that you can get to the testing, and that that your AV is meeting the standards at the right time before the actual date of you having to have a complete product and finish for the industry. So test it, and during testing you have to know that that the product is complete, although that it runs well. Okay, I don't know.